All right, let's talk about multiplying monomials. So here we have an example of two monomials being multiplied by each other. So if, in case you forget, the dot there means multiplication. There's also multiplication implied between the 7 and the x cubed, also between the 3 and the x and the y. So basically, this reads 7 times x cubed times 3 times x times y. All right, we're going to simplify this expression. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to combine variables with the same base, and we're going to multiply the coefficients together. And we're going to use two rules here. The first is this one up here, that when we just have multiplication like this, we can rearrange the order of multiplication. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to rewrite this as 7 times 3. So I've taken care of the 7 and the 3, and I still have the times x cubed times x times y. The only thing I've done is switch the order of the x cubed and the 3. And I did that by using this rule up here. That's all I've done. So let's take a look at what we have. This is all just multiplication. I can group these together, and I first compute the 7 times 3. Then these have the same base. So when I multiply them together, I can add their exponents. Remember, there is a implied 1 there. So let's just group some of this off. So we're going to multiply those together and multiply those together. So what's 7 times 3? Well, that's just 21. Now, let's look at the x cubed times x. We're going to use this rule for exponents. When we multiply two things with the same base, we can add their exponents together and write it as a single term. All right, so remember, for the x, there is an implied 1 for the x. And so when we simplify this, we write it as 3 plus 1. And we're not going to do anything to the y. Okay, so let's just write this a little more compactly. We have 21 times, I don't need to write the dot, I could just write x. And instead of 3 plus 1, I can actually do that addition and get 4. And I still have that y here kicking about. There we go. So multiplying monomials, multiply their coefficients together. That's the 7 times 3. Then multiply anything together that has the same base. So in this case, we had the x cubed and the x. They have the same base, and when I combine them, I can add their exponents, and I get a simpler expression. All right, that's all.
Da, da, da.